Okay, this is a 1997 Mitsubishi minicab. Uh, I've been doing a lot of work on this. I'm training myself on being a Mitsubishi mechanic. Changed the oil pump, water pump, timing belt, timed it. Of course, oil change, differential fluid change, transmission fluid change, front differential fluid change. Bled the brakes, brake fluid. Um, and now I was test driving it, getting ready to sell it, and something interesting happened to me on Route 10. I was doing about 45, 50 miles an hour. I was coming up on a red light that turned green, so I just shifted it into third gear and started accelerating, and the car in my lane slammed on his brakes and didn't go. So my anticipation was like the guy was going to start flowing with the green light. He didn't, so I kind of like had an urgent braking. And it didn't seem urgent, but it turned urgent because it happened so fast that pressed the brakes hard, and the car fishtailed this way and tipped. And it was a very gentle tip, because when I got some guys to pull me back over, they basically flipped it back over. It started right up. So it was no broken glass. The mirror didn't even break. It was just kind of a weird situation. But the main thing that bothers me is what caused that fishtail. And so I started ordering parts. I first took a look at this brake drum. Didn't really find anything on my first inspection, but I figured that this wheel cylinder was possibly responsible because I saw that this was out more than this. So I ordered one of those from Japan, and on the other side too. And I already took out the old brake fluid and put new brake fluid in because I thought there was some vaporization of water in the lines. And I just got through doing the other side brake drum, and I also did the brakes, the disc brakes in the front. I've done those. That was no issue. I've done a lot of disc brakes, and they are all pretty much the same with slight variations. But this is my first tackle of a drum brake. I had a Volkswagen Beetle in high school, and I think I looked at these drum brakes once. So by any means, I'm not an expert at drum brakes. I've watched a lot of videos, so I kind of know what to do here. I got the other one successfully done, but I didn't find anything wrong over there on the other side. But when I started looking closer on this side for a second time, now that I had that other one taken apart, I do see what the issue was. This guy's flopping around in here. This is why I locked up and swerved, nearly got killed, was because of this. I'm about to take all this apart to see if it actually broke or if it just wasn't put back. I don't know what's going on, but something happened here. I'm going to find out what it is. So I'm going to try and pause this video to make it one video, but I'm never successful at this. It always cuts off. It ends the video, and I have to start another video. But I'm going to gently pause this and put it away and restart it when I get all this off. But basically, I want to look at this, kind of know how these springs go. There's another spring in the back, and there's a spring underneath there. These are all rusty because I waited on parts coming from Japan for this guy. I had to order this from the factory, so I'm putting factory new wheel cylinders in here. So this got all a little rusted up. And these are the old pads, so I'm going to be taking this stuff off. So I'm going to put this on pause and see what happens. Okay, I got everything off. And it's hard to see, but I think this is a self-adjuster. I think kind of adjusts this kind of, every time you put on the brakes or something, this moves this if it can move. It pushes these pedals all the way out. But what I found in there, I was trying to show you, was this was disconnected from this. This was not on this. So it was kind of doing this or something. So these brakes weren't even working. And looking at this, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with this. I got some black going on here, probably from, that's not damage, it's dirt for some reason. But over time, this is, I guess, I don't know. It seemed like this was the one locking up on me, skidding me towards the tail end going to the right. But it seems like what I'm getting is these brakes weren't being activated. So I can't really figure out what caused the skid. I know this has something to do. This is the cause, but I don't know what this not being attached. Seems like we'd only get partial braking on this. Like one shoe would be hitting and the other shoe would not be hitting. Something like that. So this was a reduced braking, so this would continue to roll while the other side was actually stopping. So, but anyway, I had asymmetrical braking power on both sides on my rear end, and it caused me to swerve. In almost any other circumstances, it would have killed me, or I would have hurt somebody. But I'm glad I found this, because if I didn't find this and I put everything back together new, it would still bother me. Of course, I'd test drive and stomp on the brakes to see if it happened again, and I will do that. But it seems like that is the concern. But I think I fixed it. But something really weird that I didn't think about drum brakes. Maybe drum brakes do this, but I know disc brakes have a fluid tube, their own fluid tube going to the master cylinder. And the front disc brakes have their own tube going to the master cylinder. But the rear brakes have a single tube supplying this wheel cylinder and will push out and then go out, and this side goes all the way to the other end, to the other cylinder, which I thought was strange. So this wheel cylinder doesn't have a bleed nipple, because what I'm getting is that to bleed the rear line, you just go to the passenger side. This is a right-hand drive. So you do the left, on the left, there's a bleed nipple down there, so you bleed it. And you purge the air through here and then back into there and then over to there, which I thought was weird. I thought that was my problem. I had asymmetrical load on the wheel cylinders, but now I understand it. But that's the way they did it. You got one line coming to the back brakes, and one line goes directly to here. It's kind of like a series circuit rather than, I don't know, parallel, I don't know. But basically it pushes through here and then comes out and will push on the other cylinder. To me, it would seem like you'd have one line coming back and then a T, and then you would press, it'd be, I guess, I'm not a hydraulic person, but it just seems a little off-putting to me. But let's see if it works when I put it all back together. If it doesn't swerve to the left or right, I'll be happy. Okay, I got the new brake cylinder on. Going to finish up tomorrow, putting the rest of it on. I'm going to end the video here. Actually, well, no, I'm going to end the video here. I'll pick it up on a new video. I'm going to upload this one to my channel. And hopefully I can bleed the brakes okay and test drive this. I actually going on vacation Monday, so I'm not going to be able to test drive this so much later. But I did find the reason, or it had to be in the reason, and I'm real happy about that. But now I got to do a little bit of body work here. Not bad. I mean, it wasn't bad at all, but do a little body work. It's unfortunate that that happened, but I'm glad I didn't sell it and hear that this thing flipped on somebody. So I'm not in a hurry to sell these things because it usually will be somebody close by, and I don't want them coming after me. So I test them out thoroughly, do everything I can to get them in good, reliable shape. This one's been a challenge, but it's going to be a good one when I'm done. It's going to be great.